Hi, I'm here back with the DIY home improvement. Today I will show you to add another plug where people always running a shortage of plug. So we will adding up today. Let's start. So this is the plug, other side of the wall that we are going to take a power from this plug to adding a new plug. But before we start any work, I would like to make a little disclaimer. So to adding a plug, we need quite a bit material, quite a bit tools, and also a safety. So that part is a safety part. Safety part is include our PPE, which is gloves and your safety glasses and a headlight, and also you have a tester, and also you got a three-prong power check. It will check your power. So that's the safety part. And your tools, you need a power drill, and you need a hammer, and you need a linesman, and you need a number 1 screwdriver, number 2 bit, and a flat screwdriver, and a side cutter, nose plier, and a bit hole, and your knife. That is your tools. And for the material, you need about 1 meter 14.2 gauge wire. That's a Canadian standard. And also you need a plug, which is the plug, whatever plug you needed to match with your existing adding plug, and the plate. And you need some straps, and you need some nuts, and you need some screws, and also need your electrical box that you need for to adding up a new plug. So let's check the power, and I got a tester with me. See it was a power. Okay, sometime it won't go in, so I'll check with this 3-prong. Okay, so there's a power. We can see that these hot lines on, so there's a power. So what we do, just we go and turn the breaker off and double check if there is no power before to do any work. So let's go to the breaker room. Okay, I'm in the basement. Let's open the panel box. All right, so I'm looking for the basement plugs. So I keep going. Okay, oh, I found. So that's a basement plug. So I will turn it off. So now I'll go back and check if the power is off to make sure it's double check that my breaker is off, and then I have to come back and I gotta put a tape on it so nobody turn it on while I'm working. So look like his power is off. So this plug is totally dead and it's not energized. But before to start any work, I'll go back and I will put some tape on the breaker. So while I'm working, no one go accidentally turn on the breaker. So let's go back and put the tape on the breaker. So make sure that tape is on the breaker. So breaker is off, and let's go back to the plug. Okay, so power is off now. Okay, let's take my flat screwdriver, and I'll take my plate off. And okay, all right, so I'll take my plate off, make sure that oh, it came off. All right, so now I get my number 1, and well, I can double check the power, whereas we already turned it off, and you see there is no power here. And let's take the plug out. So take the plug out. Sometimes you need a star or a Phillips screwdriver, but in this case I'm using a number 1 screwdriver. So once I'll take it out. Okay, so take it out and pull it out nicely and see. Oh, all right, so what I see there, I've seen the hot wires, and I seen the neutral wire and the ground wire. So I'll take this tape off. Okay, take that tape off so I can unscrew it and take the plug out completely. Okay, so that's look like that is in the pinhole, that is in the hole. So what I'll do, I'll just take my nose plier and just give it a little bit tug. It will come out, and my neutral Neutral is out, and with the nose plat I take it out, and this is my ground here. I'll take the ground out. Okay, that's totally off. Now I see that I have my neutral, so I'll take this neutral, make this a little bit straight. Okay, then neutral, make it straight. That's my heart, so make it straight. Make it heart, make it straight. Right here. Now, because I need to run the wire, so I will go other side of the wall and run the wire other side and install my box. Alright, I want to put my plug somewhere here, and that is the existing plug that I'm taking power from there. So I would like to put somewhere here because they want to use their freezer in the laundry room. So I think that's a little high and more convenient to unplug and plug your freezer. So here, and I'll get the screw, and then I'll just put a couple screws here. So there's a hole. Okay, one screw, and I'll take another screw. Okay, so my plug is pretty tight and straight. Now I need to make a hole in this wall, so I'll take my my square bit, my hole bit. So I'll make a hole somewhere. Because I want to come from the top, so I'll make a hole somewhere, let's say in the middle somewhere here. Okay, turn the speed, and that's the hole. Okay, okay, now the hole is done, and I run my cable. I have this cable, so that's my cable. Okay, I'll do one staple, put one staple here, tie up this here, because there's a nail in the way. Push it down. Okay, here's my strap. So I can put a strap over here, this side. Okay, so I may need a loop here. So probably this much enough, right? So I'll put it in. I take that out. I use my knife. Okay, use my knife, so careful with the knife. Okay, strip the wire a little bit. See, those two are inside. One is black, one is neutral, and the one is ground. So strip it. You see those three wires: neutral, ground, and black, which is hot. So I'll put my wire in. I'll bend it a little bit so it will come up. I got my wires, so I'll probably need to make a little more longer. So I'll go back again, and I'll strip it a little bit longer here. So really about 10-11 inches. So I'll take a 10-11 inches, strip it, take my wire in, and you see that jacket over there, so I'll just tie it up. Okay, see that the jacket is a white insulation, so I go back and tie it. So my wire is secure tight, and then I'll take my ground, and you see that screw inside. You watch that screw. I'm gonna bond the ground there. So I'll take my screwdriver and loose the screw, and I'll bend my wire on top, lose the screw again. So make sure my ground is properly bonded, so that if you see that is properly inside, and I can now give a couple tight. Okay, so now we got all the wires out. So, well, I don't have a wire stripper, so I will use my alignment to strip the wire. So I'll strip it about, let's say, 3/4. So my wire is neutrally stripped, and I strip my hot wire. It's a black wire. Make sure don't damage the wire. The copper, my copper looks good. Copper looks good. And then now I got 3 wires, and now because I want to go other side, so I'll go other side, loose this one of the screw, and I feed my wire inside. Before I'm going other side, I will strip this wire. Again, I'll strip this about 10 inches. So again, I'm gonna strip this about 10 inches. Okay, make sure that you leave a little wire, so that's enough. So I'll strip it. So I'm go other side, and I'm gonna lose it, and then I'm gonna pull the wire from other side. So before going other side, I will go get the plug, and then put the plug here first, and keep the plug on the wires, and I'm gonna go grab the plug. So I have a TR plug. TR mean temper resistors, mean that you see there is a little terminal, a little block inside. So if these are the new code that if the kids playing around with the plug, they can't push it inside. So these are the new codes to check with your local municipality or local authority. And this plug has a ground, and then this side is a neutral, and this side is hot. So you even can read on the plug. If you read carefully, you will see here it says the hot wire this side, and it say is the black neutral wire. You can read here before you terminating the wires. So let's say we start with the ground. So that is a ground. I'll just make a little loop on the ground, and that loop I'll go there, and then I will get my number 1, and I'll make it tight. Okay. Then I take my neutral. So that's my neutral, which is white, and I'll make a little loop on it, little hook. So this hook is here, and then I will take my number 1 and tight it. So most of the time, the ground and neutral screw on the same side, and I'll tight this little as well a bit. So I will just bend the wire like that, and nicely bend, make kind of cobra, and put it slowly inside, and then I will. So now you see I'm doing wrong because so just like a mouth and 2 eyes, so kind of identification. So I'll put this way. So that's the proper way, and I will tight this plug. I use my number 1 again. Okay, make sure it's straight. Just hold it like this, straight, nice and straight. Okay, all right. So this side is plug is installed. Let's go other side and lose this cable. And then we push this wire other side and make connection other side. I'm gonna check that top screw, because I'm gonna feed my cable from the right side from the back. So I will lose this. Okay, gonna lose this, right? Okay, so I'll probably take that completely off because I need to feed my wire for a new plug. So I took this completely off. So that is a screw, and that the on top to hold my wires. So let's go other side and push the wire in. So I make sure that my 3 wires together, which is ground, neutral and black. So I'll just kind of make a little bend this way and I'll push it in. Okay, so I'll push it in. Okay, the wire is in, and the wire is in. So I'll take my jacket in. So these are my wires. The wire is in, and now I'm going other side and make the connections. These are our new wires. So I just want to make sure that there is a one size. So what I will do, I will just cut this, the extra wires. Okay, and now I take that screw and put that back to make sure that all the wires that I'm bringing in place. So I'm taking this one and I putting this back. Okay, it's pretty tight. All right. Okay, so I have to make all the wires together, black with the black, white with the white. So and also I have to make another pigtail. So this is a piece of the cable, and I'm gonna make the pigtail, and that pigtail we're gonna use for our existing plug, because there are 3 and 3 6 wires. So 3 black and 3 white, and then ground. We can't use 3 in this plug, so we have to make a pigtail. How we make the pigtail is very easy. We take a piece of about 8-inch cable, and again we strip the cable. Make sure to strip from other side, and take the jacket off, this jacket off, and then we'll just strip it. Actually, I put the gloves on. One side, other side. So that's the one. Look at the back. Okay, so now we got 3 wires we're gonna use as a pigtail. There's so many wires. Okay, now we take all the neutrals together. Just a little bit tight. And then we take all the blacks together. Okay, now these are the 2 wires we're gonna use as a pigtail. So the one we'll use with this one, and I'll just make sure they are tight. Okay, and I put my mallet on it. That's my mallet. And same I do with the other one. No, bend back, bend it nicely, and this will bend it back. Okay, actually we need to use a ground, so I'll take my ground back out. Okay, now we got 3 wires. These are my pigtail, hot, neutral, and ground. So I'm gonna put my ground back again to my plug. Use my nose plier. And the other side, I have my hot. So the hot side with the hot is a black, and always make sure that you read it this side. There must be a hot or the black word. Time. Okay, now I'm gonna put this back. And our existing plug is back in, and now we have a final step to test it, that if the power is going properly, because we want to make sure that neutral go to neutral and hot go to hot. And we did a pigtail here as I showed you. So I'm gonna put this back here, and after I'm testing this power, both plug, we will put the plate on and then double check it. Now let's go turn the breaker on. So we back to the breaker panel, and I'll take my tape off. Okay, and then I make sure I stay away from the breaker and turn my breaker on. Is on. So breaker is there. Let's go check if there's a power. Right, so I'm testing the power, see if there's a power in. Okay, there's a power. There's a power, so that's the neutral side. So there's a power here. Good. Let's check the new one. Okay, there's a power which is good. Okay, let's put the plate back. This is the way to install another plug. Hope you like it, and if you like it, make sure subscribe and like it. Until thank you and have a nice day.